Hello and welcome to episode 8 of our Brentford FC career mode. We start with big news as Mikkel Damsgaard has made the move to Barcelona. £40 million is the price that they offered, and as discussed with the offer for Ludovic Blas in the previous episode, when a big club like Barcelona or Real Madrid comes in with an offer for one of your players, it's hard to say no. Barcelona came in with a good offer. Damsgaard obviously would have jumped at the chance to join such a prestigious club, and after 2.5 seasons at Brentford, the Danish international leaves the club for Spain. Obviously that has sparked some incoming signings. We have made 2. I was on about getting another centre-back in. It seems like we've only signed centre-backs in this save, but here we've signed Danilo Durkee from Union Berlin. He's 26 years old, 79 rated, and he is on £40,000 a week for us. We've also signed Sander Berger to play in our CDM position, a role that we were looking for as Christian Norgard had held that position for the past 2.5 years. I thought it was time to upgrade, bringing in another Scandinavian player. The 26-year-old Norwegian does have Premier League experience, and at 80 rated, I think he's still got room to grow. What wasn't shown on the outgoing transfers is that as part of the Sanderberg deal, we actually got rid of another midfielder in Vitaly Jarnelt. We did seem to have an abundance of midfielders, and I thought with bringing in Sanderberg, could make use of the exchange player feature. Vitaly Jarnelt has gone the other way, and Sanderberg has cost us £6 million. As always, here's a quick look through the results of the season so far. Those results actually leave us in 8th position in the table on 37 points. And I did play with the sliders as well, so I'll show you them quickly. I've decided to cut down the half-length time to 3 minutes. We're playing on world class, and in the user gameplay customization, the pass speed and the positioning have been altered. And in the computer's gameplay, we've altered quite a few things. Less shot error, less pass error, more shot speed, more goalkeeping ability, more positioning marking, more positioning run frequency, and less line width and less control error, so making the computer a bit harder to play against. Finances wise, here's a look at the budget overview. Halfway through the season, and it's Ludovic Blas who leads the goal scoring charts with Ivan Toney just behind him, and Toney himself leads the assists charts. Ivan Toney does have his new contract. He is the highest paid player at the club on £65,000 per week. He'll be at the club for another 2.5 years. Norgard, Blas, Rodon, David Raya and Domblé and Durkee are the 6 other players on £40,000 or more. Quick look at the objectives too. We did not reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup. That increased club worth is the financial priority, which is medium. That goes hand in hand with the brand exposure, which is get a streak of 5 games without defeat this season, and we've done that. We're currently on 7. So let's get into the game now against Manchester City. They've got Erling Haaland up front, Rodrigo signed for them, he's playing on the right wing, and Danny Carvajal and Eden Militao also make up new signings. For ourselves, we're lining up with the team that I explained before. Nick Brown is going to be starting in centre midfield. It's only a bit of space now. Nick Brown's there. Back post is Ludovic Blas. Can it make it as far as him? He can. What a save by Edison. Man City seem to be a bit reckless with the challenges and giving away possession a bit more than I expected. As Kadlioglu's found on the left. And Domblé looks for the chip. Doesn't put enough on it though, and Edison catches it calmly. João Cancelo brings it forward for City. Bernardo Silva blocked and wide. Ludovic Blas with the knock on to Nick Brown. There's so much room now. City have committed themselves forward. Nick Brown into Ivan Toney. Heads it towards goal and it's in. The perfectly judged ball. I thought Diaz was going to get there, but no, it floats over him. Gets in the right place so often, Ivan Toney. Sign of a real striker. So I've played quite a few games on another career mode with these exact sliders, and I'm getting a lot more competitive matches, but I expected a lot more from Manchester City in this one as Ivan Toney gets his second. They just haven't seemed competitive at all. I don't know whether it's just an off day, but so far we're yet to see any pressure really from City. And Toney's grabbed his second and made it 2-0. Ivan Toney comes off after his 2-goal performance because he is shattered, and Aidan Ewing comes on for what I believe is a debut. Here he is though, Aidan Ewing. Plays in Blas. It's back to Ewing. Takes his shot. What a goal. That would have been absolute fairy tale stuff if Aidan Ewing had managed to get 1 minute into his debut. It finishes 2-0 nevertheless. An easy victory, must be said. Debuts given to Durkee, Sander Berge and Aidan Ewing. 2-0 against top of the league Manchester City. Great performance. We're going to head into another game though, this time against Wolves, who are 1 point ahead of us in the league in 7th place. But before we do, we've pre-arranged a £10 million deal for Christian Norgard to move to Real Betis in the summer. As I showed you before, he's the second highest earner at the club, and having the second highest earner not in your starting 11 seems a little silly. So letting him go for his market value when he's got 1 year left on his contract at the age of 30 seems like an incredibly good deal, one too good to turn down. With that being said, we're going to head into the game against Wolves with the exact same lineup. Wolves seem to have signed, I think that's Roberto Pereira in midfield, the former Watford player, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Now here is Nick Brown on the ball, the player who occupies the position of the departed Mikael Damsgaard. We do also have Luka Sukic who can play in that position, with Tanguy and Ndombele moving over to the left. I think that was part of the reason with us having an abundance of options as to why Damsgaard left in the end. Aaron Hickey looks for Ludovic Blas on his right foot. Tony, Ludovic Blas. Oh my god, I can't believe he missed it. I didn't know Tony had the ball at his feet there. Sander Berge challenges, keep the pressure up. I honestly did not know the ball was at Ivan Toney's feet there. And by the time I realised, it was too late. It's Kadlioglu again. Gets lucky with the bounce. Tony, Ludovic Blas on his right foot, slots it past the outcoming Jose Sa. Great composure there by Ludovic Blas, makes it 1-0. Finally break the deadlock in the second half. Granted, we get a little bit lucky with Kadlioglu's run, but Tony and Blas show great link up and composure to put the Bees 1-0 up. Sander Berge intercepting high up the field, that's what we wanted him to do. Giving the ball away is not what we wanted to do. Tanguy and Ndombele gets the ball though on his left foot, scores an absolute rocket. We're getting the run of the green at the moment in these matches. Another deflection falls our way. We take nothing away from the finish from that man and Ndombele. It's given away poorly by Sander Berge. Wolves mess up at the back. And he has loads of time. Takes it early, left foot, rocket into the top right hand corner. The keeper stands no chance. 2-0 to Brentford, let's go. Sander Berge, Blas. Nick Brown now's got a bit of open room to run into. Gets the better of Nathan Collins. Shoots. What a finish. What a run and what a finish from our youth academy prospect. And in a matter of minutes we've gone 3-0 up. And I think that's his first goal for the club actually. We'll make a couple of changes. Tanguy and Ndombele and Sander Berge coming off for Frank Onyeka and Christian Norgard, who will be departing us in the summer. Nick Brown can bring it clear. Aaron Hickey. Collins messes up at the back. Nick Brown's in again. He's there. Kilman's not got a lot of pace. Tony collects the ball, slides it past Jose Sa. Another counter-attacking goal. Clinical stuff from Brentford. Every chance we've had in this second half we've taken. And after going into half-time 0-0, what a second half performance. And I'll remind you that this is all against a team that was 1 point ahead of us. So we've been pretty similar in results all the way through the season. We're absolutely bulldozing through them this second half. Pereira brings it away. There's a few numbers over for Wolves now. Moussa Sow, I think that is, with his left foot, blazes over the bar, no problem for David Raya. Reece Oxford. What a ball to Ludovic Blas. The touch is fantastic and the shot is wide. What a ball over the top, and the first touch was incredible. That's full time though, 4-0 to Brentford. Fantastic result for the Bees, and that will wrap up our episode for today. If you have enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. I will persevere with making these Brentford videos and possibly, or probably even, more career modes in the future. So subscribe for more, and thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.